Hello there again, loyal fans and general viewers, and welcome to my Let's Play of Final Fantasy VII, the re-release, which just recently come out on PC. Well, you may remember that this part is mainly going to be filled with tutorials, but I kind of mucked up and forgot to add this part of the story to it. So here's the next 30 seconds of the story before it kicks in with all the tutorials. So sorry about that. Yeah. Is she legally supposed to be able to work behind a bar? I'm pretty sure that's child labour right there, and very much so illegal. But hey, I'm not going to mess with Barrett. I'll get shot in the backside like that guy in part 2 or 3. And everyone else that messes with Barrett by the looks of things. Okay, and that's the end of this part, so feel free to skip to the next or view my tutorial on Materia and such, so it's completely up to you. Okay, so yeah, I kind of missed out a bit, but Barrett just basically asks how do you equip Materia, because he's forgotten. And so this is an automated tutorial that you cannot skip, unfortunately. So, but I thought I'd take this 7 or 8 minute video, or even 10 minute, I can't quite remember, to go over some more of the basic things whilst it all goes on in the background. So, may as well start off with Materia whilst we're here. There are 5 different types, I think, off the top of my head, of Materia, and they're all different colours. You've got green, yellow, red, blue and purple. The green is magic materia, such as bolt, fire, ice, restore, you know, standard magic stuff. Then you've got command materia, which is the yellow, which is things like manipulate, morph, throw, 2 times cut, and things like that, which well, and steal even, but we haven't encountered any of those yet, so, you know, more on those when we get to them. The red is summon materia, and that is your standard, like, Ifrit and Ramu and all those kinds of summons, like Behemoth or Bahamut, depending on how and what you choose to pronounce it as. We also have the blue, which is support magic, which are effectively well, the easiest one to use as an example is all. If you see in the video now, you should be able to see Cloud's Buster Sword, which has 2 joined slots. In one slot on the left he has a magic materia. If he was to put the blue materia in that slot, he'd be able to access that spell attacking all targets. Sorry, I should mention that the materia I'm using example is all. But yeah, so when a magic materia or other materia is linked to an all, depending on what materia you choose, you'll be able to, say, cure your entire party or attack every enemy on the screen. There are slight limitations to all, and they are pretty much it doesn't work when linked with a summon and any other sort of materia along those lines, but I've gone blank, sorry. I should really have not recorded this one live. It's a bit awkward for me. It cannot work alone, that's the other thing I was going to mention. If you see 2 slots that aren't linked, then the all effect is pretty much useless, but it will still gain experience in battle, so it doesn't have to be used to be, you know, in battle, which is good. Used to gain experience, not in battle. Where am I going with this? Anyway, the other thing is you can only use the linked effect of all once per battle, and this is because materia evolves over time and the AP gain. So when it evolves, you're able to use that effect equal to its level. So if you had a level 2 all, you could use Cure All twice in a battle, and then you'd go back to using solo cure. So that statement is kind of only true until you max it out, which, as you can see on the screen now, each star is a level. So yeah, once it's the max level, a new materia of the same kind is born, and you are then able to use the effect as many times as you want in battle, as long as it's linked with something, in the blue materia's case. So you could infinitely use Cure All for the entire battle until you're out of MP, which is very useful. Now we're able to equip materia whenever and wherever we want, which is good. And now, the other thing about materia is it can grow faster or slower, or well, not really slower, I'd say not at all, depending on what your weapon and accessory is when they are like in a certain weapon. Ah, God, I've gotta start doing these things pre-recorded. But anyway, some weapons, for example Cloud's Apocalypse, have text written next to it that says triple in the equip screen and materia screen. That represents how much AP gain that the materia in that weapon or accessory is going to get. So, as I said, we're going to use this Apocalypse, which we don't get until way later on in the game, which has triples. So if I killed a monster and it gave me 10 AP, the materia in his Apocalypse weapon would gain 30. So you can, you know, quite quickly level up your materia with different equipment. However, there are also double, which is good, and then there are ones that have no materia growth at all. These are typically weapons and accessories that don't have slots, which I don't think is so much true for the weapons, but and then there are their ultimate weapons, which have the maximum amount of slots but no materia growth whatsoever. So pretty much running, you know, you're not going to gain experience for your materia whilst using the ultimate weapons. So whilst your damage output is high and you've got all this fancy materia equipped, it's not going to level up. So they're best for use when you've got maxed out materia. So just remember that one. I hope I will. I've made that mistake before. Played through the entirety of FF7, well, the entirety of like the Northern Crater, and I had Cloud's ultimate weapon equipped and I couldn't figure out why. None of the materia was leveling up, so I learnt the hard way. So. Anyway, what else is there to cover? Limit breaks is another thing I may as well try and cover in the next 3 to 4 minutes. Well, they are different to materia. Limit breaks occur when you take so much damage. So, you know, that little flashy bar, or the red bar next to the player's name, I think, represents your limit bar, and after so much damage you can activate a limit, which is a unique move that a character has that they can only use during that time. So in Cloud's case that's Braver. Now there are 4 levels to this, and each level, bar the last one, has 2 moves that you can learn, and the typical pattern for most characters to learn a new limit break is you use the very first move that you've learned, in this case Braver, 8 times, and then you'll learn Cross Slash, and then after that, to level it up to level 2, you need to kill 80 enemies with that character. And that pretty much, as I said, stays true for the majority of characters, except for, I think, 2 off the top, like, I can think of at this time. So, you know, if you're wondering how or why I'm learning limit breaks later on, then that's why. I probably will summarize this up during the, well, when they occur in the game. So, if you can't figure out why I learnt them, then you'll know, or I'll tell you to come back to this video and you can bore yourself with my first appalling live recording which, as you can tell, has pretty much not gone down well so far, at least I don't think. But yeah, that's pretty much all I wanted to cover, so I may as well get back to reading what's going on screen, as opposed to rambling on about my knowledge of this game, which is probably very poor, you're all thinking. But hey. I'm pretty sure this is talking about equipment, kind of like phased out whilst recording this. This is going over what I went over earlier. You see where it says slot and growth on certain weapons, or could, I should say. The growth is how fast AP will grow, Materia will grow in there. So as you can see, it's normal. So normal refers to whatever you get in battle is what they get. So, and that's the joint slot I was on about as well. So that's what you can pair up with support materia, such as all. So you can obviously, as I said, use all on, like, all bolt or something on the enemies. So what's going on? What other things should I look out for? Random builder. Oh, okay, yeah, that's something I can't do anyway because this is a digital copy. But yeah, if you say get this on the PlayStation, do not open the disk drive, or else Cloud will set Barrett on you and you'll get shot in the backside. And you don't want that. Yes, here's the all materia I was referring to earlier, which this guy's kindly left here for us. Take what treasure chest? Ah, my toes! Oh, god damn it. Not my day. Well, not my second day. No. That's right, when you see those treasure chests, it is advisable that you go for them. So, let's equip. Wrong menu. Let's equip the all materia so I can kind of show you what I was on about. So you see I've got lightning linked, and I've just put all in. That red arrow is there to say that basically I can use all once in battle. So I can use bolt on all. However, I'm going to give... where's my screen gone? I'm going to give it to Barrett, and I think I'm going to equip it to his restore materia. So that way I can use cure all. Right, and unfortunately, Fraps has... I've had to add this on as after the video's been recorded. Unfortunately, Fraps didn't quite record the video or the audio for the last 30 seconds properly, so I'm just going to quickly summarize for you what I did. And that was, I gave Barrett the all materia, which allows him to use cure all once in battle, which is going to be very handy. And the other thing I did was the kid's room that I paid for at the bottom, like the child innkeeper. I used his room, and then the screen faded out, and that's where it left off, and that's where it's going to continue. So if you did watch this video, thank you. I'm sorry for my appalling live commentary, and probably appalling commentary now as well. But thank you for watching. Feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. If you have any recommendations for a Let's Play you'd like me to do, or if you have any complaints or advice for me whilst doing Let's Plays, then please feel free to leave it in the comments section of this video or on my page. Or alternatively, you can tweet me. My Twitter is on my channel, so please feel free to do that. Once again, thank you for watching, and goodbye for now.